Never trust a tourist advertisement. Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will. Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Now get out! Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, he has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to...
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, a man of great ambitions, and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a...
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my...
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me to...
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other
places.
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police. This city is insular, its ways mysterious.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia. Gathering
Does Oakmont really have much of a market?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity.
Well, That's it for now, I think.
No, no.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I... We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well,
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
why do you care?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore and says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. But even
You don't believe him?
complete malarkey. I know my Albert. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my...
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria.
Another newcomer with another problem.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police... But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the... Not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you.
What makes you think you can do it?
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway,
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
sorry, did you just say...
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a
I see. I need to know more about...
Tane. Did you not listen at all? I already told you this fisherman supposedly brought him to the house.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house.
Where's the house?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was...
You mentioned a lifeboat.
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about...
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Hello?
Oh,
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye.
oh,
I want to know what happened.
I don't remember much. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams.
Tell me about your...
Name's Will Hammond. We moved here after the flood.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor, and I have no idea what Lewis or...
Do you know how...
I don't know.
Who is this K you keep...
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry. I'll leave you to it.
Please, detective, sir,
I don't know yet, Will.
I'm afraid.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like. Choo-choo. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Yeah, I still hear those voices.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. Five cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
I've said everything I know. The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground.
Mr. Carpenter's
They're
food giveaway
everywhere.
with this darn port closure.
Hey, knock it off.
Welcome to Under the Kid.
Bye.
You want a drink?
Come.
You're some kind...
Yes, my dear.
Really?
Not so fast, newcomer.
Alright, how much?
Your money has... And I'll make it easy.
It's a Some other time.
As you wish.
What the? Get the... Oh.
The door won't budge.
Stay alert.
Oh,
Monsters
Mr. Carpenter's
lurk
food give away
underground.
with this darn pork
Everywhere.
closure.